Good evening, and welcome to the House Beyond the Supernatural podcast, the podcast that goes beyond the supernatural. All music comes from Verse 13, Shadow Symphony, and Public Domain. All printing for the podcast is provided by Rainbow Press of Omaha, Nebraska. More details about this podcast can be found on houseofbts.net. Tonight's cast includes John the Genius, an archaeologist played by Arnie, Peter, the parapsychologist, played by Nick, Cass, the psychic medium and astrophysicist, played by Kirk, Sia, the physical psychic and extreme athlete, played by Shannon, and the host of the House of BTS as the Game Master.
Alright everyone, get set and get in the character. It is time to go beyond the supernatural. The dark overcast above and the heavy rain it produces batters the ground outside and the rooftop of the hunting pavilion the group is now sheltered under. There are leaks in the ceiling to be sure, but the majority of the pavilion is sheltered and dry. Along one of the walls is what looks like the remains of a large fire pit. It hasn't been used in ages, but should still be usable. Nearby the fire pit are bundles of dry wood. In places of the pavilion are what looks like workstations placed on the floor. In one spot, an old leather placemat lies spread out in bits and pieces of what looks like arrowheads and arrow shafts are available. Material to make a primitive bow can also be seen. Another place setting looks to offer a grindstone and materials for making shivs and knives. This pavilion feels like it was used as a hunting lodge or as a place of rest for hunting parties. Inside the pavilion, Zia, Cass, Peter, and Zane watch in confusion and more than a little alarm as John continues to act so erratic and bizarre. His face, blood red and sweating profusely, John frantically sweeps his hands along the stone walls of the pavilion as he chants over and over, "There's gotta be a way out of here! There's gotta be a dimensional door here! There's gotta be a way out of here!"
Did I actually say that?
That's what you said last time.
Alright. There's gotta be a way out of here! It's in here! It's somewhere on the walls! Oh!
That's where we start.
Are we still in the jungle?
We moved. We were here, and we decided we wanted to...
Zia is lost.
Nobody was doing anything, so it was John's idea to go towards the howling animals to find out if we could find a way out of here, because nothing was happening. And then,
basically, I gave everyone
Zeke
free
thought
rein and no
he
one
could
did anything
take
until
us,
he went weird.
track us back to the hole, and he followed his little string to nothing. There was Dick there. There was some garbage. It looked like a magazine from a submachine gun or something like that, and some, I don't know, shell casings or something.
I'm glad you remembered that.
And so then a ghost appeared to Cass, but he had magical something on, a spell, and he could see it too, and the ghost led us to this hunting lodge, and I ran up into the hunting lodge because I was trying to get shit done.
And Fishman is about to be
freaking
eaten.
out at the end of it, which is right where we're picking up now. Because what I just described was basically exactly how he ended it.
Hey, John didn't pick up a weird book, did he? Shit.
No, I picked up a weird goddamn monster in my gut! Oh!
Yeah. We know what happens when you pick up strange books.
Cabin in the woods.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick up this stick! This is what I'm gonna do! I'm gonna grab the stick with both hands and I'm just gonna start stabbing myself in the gut with it!
I have a knife. Oh, I'm British now.
Duh. I'm British now. Duh.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
She's a secret agent.
John, are you seriously trying to stab yourself with a stick? And are you seriously being British on me? You're all throwing too much at me.
Well, you know, like a dull big stick, a piece of firewood, whatever is there. Wasn't there firewood or something?
Oh yeah, there is.
So I got
a bundle of
block of fucking dry wood, and I'm just pounding at it. You know, like when you're trying to take a really good shit and it won't come out, so you just punch yourself in the colon.
No,
I
don't do that.
I think we found the secret to your digestive ability.
You're making Zia over here drink.
Classing up the joint, bringing my Iowa over here.
You stay classy, Iowa.
We'll have it on a self-harm level of 1 to 10. We're gonna go with a 1 or a 2.
If you want, I could knock you out.
You might want to do that, Zia. Just knock him out for right now.
After a few jabs to his abdomen, John abruptly stops sweeping the wall, or stops jabbing himself, and his hands race to his abdomen. And with a horrible heave, John vomits a bloody mess upon the walls and floor in front of him. He falls to his knees coughing, one hand to his abdomen, the other braced on the floor for support.
Bye, John.
Oh, I think I shit myself.
Been nice knowing you.
I'm gonna hand him
I'm
my
gonna
bottle
steal
of
your
water.
wallet when you die.
Water?
I'll turn to my side and I'll vomit on your hand.
All right, everybody, back away. I got first aid. All right, just back away. John, are you okay?
Wait,
Do you
I'm
need
gonna
air?
wipe my hand on his clothes first.
Do you need anything like a water? Like
With a groan of
boiling
pain
towel
and
or something?
exhaustion, John falls to the floor.
You alive?
Do it
This is
now.
what I do to dogs. You alive? Kick, kick.
He is unresponsive.
Sweet. I'm going to take his wallet.
No, I said that. I'm taking his wallet. It's been nice knowing you.
I'm going to start leaving comments on the...
Is there a bed in here?
There is
There's
no bed.
There's some leather.
Oh,
Like a
Yeah,
leather
there was an
blanket
old
or
leather
something?
placemat. and
Placemat.
yeah, and
Okay, that's almost
kinda
like
like
I said.
We could make that look
kind of
bed.
like a leather carpet nearby the fire pit. Yeah, or well, probably like an actual fur, kind of like a fur rug. It's probably pretty threadbare and moth-eaten by now.
Right.
but
Don't get any blood
it's
on my
better than
my
than
carpet.
than the cold flagstones.
better start a fire so we can keep John warm.
I'll use my wilderness skills to light the fire.
You got you have wilderness skill?
That's what I took.
Which one? The wilderness survival?
Survival. Yep.
Perfect. Give me a roll on that. Let's see if this new skill of yours is working for you.
I set fire to the cabin.
If you started
It would just be the fire's not starting. It's not.
He jams a stick right through the palm of his hand.
Somehow you managed to set a stone pavilion on fire. No, that doesn't quite happen.
Yeah, that didn't.
I'm
hurt.
gonna be lenient on you and just say, yeah, you're having trouble getting the fire going.
It's new. I just learned it.
I just learned how to do this.
Just keep at it. It happens to every guy eventually.
You know, get quicker or longer.
So it sounds like Peter, with Zane insisting on helping, is looking. John. Oh, you're the one who has first aid.
I called
Yep.
dibs on his wallet.
Man, the love in this group is overwhelming. You are a compassionate bunch.
You want, I should cut abdomen open?
Yeah, let's surgically see what happens.
C-section.
At least she's Russian again.
Look for a coat hanger.
Hello, governor.
Oh my god.
That's where I learned my first aid.
Oh,
Back
God.
alleys, bitches.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just upset I didn't think of that first.
Easily editable. All right.
First aid. Give me a roll.
I got a 64, and I have a score of 60, so missed it by 4.
I think
Well,
you're
it's
fucked.
possible that you might have missed it by 4 points, but it also seems to be what's going on is beyond the reach
You're
of your
dead.
first aid skill. And yeah, Zane's at a point where he's staring. If any of y'all got a Hail Mary up your sleeves, this would be a great time to use it.
I'm gonna try using See Invisible again. See if I can find a rift that's opening, or one that's open.
I don't know if you got the PPE for that. Do you have any left over after your previous, the hour prior?
No. No, but
See, I know it's expensive
It's
to
expensive.
use.
It's been
I don't
nice
think
knowing
you
you,
have
John.
Another source to use at present. If we had a sensitive, we could have diverted to you, but as we don't, I cannot think of another way to cast that right now.
Got nothing. I got land navigation, but I don't feel like that's gonna help me
Give a
here.
perception roll.
5.
You, amongst all the commotion and everyone here discussing, you swore that you heard a voice. You heard a voice outside. It's slight, but you swear you heard it.
Okay. I'm gonna go investigate.
Looking out the doorway of the pavilion, you see a man that you recognize. A man of Amerindian ethnicity, small in stature and dressed in little more than the elaborate loincloth and various pieces of jewelry made of bone, wood, leather, and primitive materials. A bow and a crudely made leather skin quiver stock with several arrows hangs over his shoulder. He stands in the clearing of the pavilion as the rain falls around and through it. He's the haunting entity who pointed out the pavilion to you earlier in the day. With a pleasant smile, he beckons you to come closer to him as if to talk to him.
All right, I'm gonna go close. I'm gonna go get closer to him so we can talk.
He begins speaking again in a language you don't understand. From next to you, Giles turns his head towards you and says his name is Cheban, and he's been chosen by his elders to speak with you. He wants to help the group.
Okay.
And he says that he recognizes that you, Peter, and John are, it's hard to understand the word, but it feels like he's trying to say the infected. But he says he can not only help you, but save John's life if you act quickly enough.
Okay. What do we need to do?
He says he will only help you if you swear before his ancestors and elders that you will help break the curse that keeps him from leaving this world and going on to where his family awaits him.
Okay, I don't know. Is John worth it, guys?
Yes, take
Are
that
we-
goes
I
to
know
his
I'm worthy.
family.
You're the only one out there, so this is you talking to you.
All right. Yes.
You can ask Giles, I suppose.
Giles, do you think I should save my friends?
He says life is precious with everyone.
It was a joke,
You
Giles.
always try
Yes,
to
I
save
will. I will do whatever he says.
Cheban says that you must follow him to a sacred place to meet his elders and swear to them that you will help him. He also says you must come with friends to bear witness. It's not far, he says, but you need to act now.
Okay. I want to take Peter and Zia with me.
I can carry John.
Do we have to take John to them?
Actually, Zane recommends that you keep him here. He's starting a fire.
I was just gonna have Zane watch over him.
Frankly, at this point, carrying him is just going to slow every damn thing down, and I can keep him warm by the fire here. I don't know what else to do for him. It's getting cold in the rain. And that rain
All right.
is going to freeze.
So I'm
I
gonna
do
take.
not want him to vomit on me.
I'm gonna take Zia.
No,
and
don't
Peter
worry
with me.
about it, y'all. I'll stay here and make sure nothing eats him.
Is he still carrying that corpse with him?
If he is, it's lying on the floor nearby him.
He's snuggling with it. He's spooning it.
Chocolate spoon.
Go, Chacho.
The rain is losing power, reducing to a light sprinkle as you all exit the pavilion. Behind you, Zane starts working on building a fire in the fire pit. Cass follows. You are now following close behind Cheban as he's guiding you through the maze of the giant canopy trees and other foliage of the jungle. Zia and Peter follow close behind him. And while the overcast sky had already painted a dim setting when you entered the jungle, it's getting dimmer. It's as if the sun is setting quicker than expected.
This place makes a whole lot of sense.
Has that been enough time to get my last 2 ISP back? Just say yes.
I'm a slave to the die.
Say yes. 35 cents.
You got your remaining 2 points back.
Woohoo! Tree fitty.
So it sounds like it's a quiet trek between the three of you. I'm
Yeah,
waiting.
we've already talked about what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, let's just go.
don't
I want
care
out of
enough
here so
to-
bad, guys. Let's just do whatever we need to get out of here.
Well, Cass, in the quiet of wandering through the forest, so as you're following close behind Cheban as to not lose him in the dense forest, and as it's getting dimmer and dimmer, it's getting more important to keep a close eye. But as you do, you hear another voice.
Okay.
Cassie boy, you know you're never gonna get out of this jungle alive, so why bother? I know you feel those things swimming around inside you, getting closer to the surface all the time. Like sharks circling around prey just under the surface of the water. They're ready to surface any time now, Cass. I feel them just the same as you do.
It's that voice again, Cass. He's been quiet for a while, but he's always there. You can always feel him lurking in the darkest depths of your being. Sometimes you can see him in the corner of your vision, only to vanish if you turn to look. He always grows more prevalent and loudest in times of stress. It's a wonder he hasn't started speaking to you already. As he continues talking to you, a horrifying and familiar wave of powerful emotions wash over you. Dark and evil thoughts and feelings that you try with all your might to keep under control.
Get out, go away.
Who are you talking to?
What?
Who are you talking to?
No one.
Alright, do not lose it on me too.
Fuck!
Come on now, Cass. You knew I was here. You felt my presence behind you since the moment you became infected. When you aimed your gun earlier in the face of your own teammate, it was I who was telling you to do it. It was me who was urging you to pull the trigger.
Shut up! Shut up! You're
to
not real!
end his life.
Shut up!
To spare him witnessing the doom that awaits you and
Go
Peter
away.
and John.
I'm not listening!
And don't even get me started on how I've been urging you to act on all those thoughts you've had about Zia. You kill the others now, you can act out your fantasies with her before you die. No one has to know, Cass.
They're my
No
friends.
one but you and me.
No, I can't. They're all my friends, even John. The bootlicking asshole.
And you're hearing all this, both of you. Everything he's saying, not
Cass? What the is going on?
Nothing?
No, yeah, because you usually walk around screaming stuff about leave me alone and get off me and
I'm
leave me
hearing.
alone.
I'm hearing.
You're not real. You never really say that.
It's a voice in my head telling me to kill everybody.
Well, Zia,
Honesty is the best policy.
let's see. Zia, you're gonna go between us because I'm gonna walk in front of you. Because, no, not gonna happen today.
Let me kill John. Can I kill John?
Does he not have gun? You take gun.
Yeah, he has.
No, you can't have my gun.
Give me gun, little man, or I'll squish you.
You should give her your gun.
No.
And I'm like looking over, like between her arms.
No.
I'm gonna pull my knife out.
No.
Let it kind of glint in whatever light we have.
Don't make me shoot you.
Well, this is taking an unexpected turn.
Cass, just calm down.
Give
Just give her
me
your gun.
gun.
Don't make me shoot you.
Giles, from behind you, Cash, you mustn't listen to him. You know he's not real. He's only a dark shade who only has power if you give it to him. We've discussed this before.
Do you keep your gun on safety?
He doesn't have a weapon proficiency. He doesn't know
Yeah,
where
I
the
know.
safety's at.
Yeah, I do. I've got WP handguns.
I've got WP
WP
kick
hand
your ass,
job.
so...
I got WP cork guns.
All right. I will hand it over to you on
She's
the
gonna-
condition I get it back if we get into trouble.
If I feel you are right in head, you have back.
All right.
Good idea.
Hand over my gun to Zia.
She'll put it in her waistband.
You may come to regret that decision, Cass.
You think I have any poison?
What, John?
Yeah, in his first aid kit, he's probably
John was popping pills last episode, so
he was popping
I need some black market tranquilizers.
we got him off the dark web. That's what he said. Let's go back.
So yeah, obviously you two were hearing Cass speaking to someone who's not there, but this time it felt very different, like he's talking to himself, rather than looking to his supposed spirit guide. Something about the expression on his face and the way he's not looking at anyone while he's talking is unnerving to both of you, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on him.
Just gotta keep it calm.
How about you
Keep it
walk
together.
15 feet in front of us?
Okay.
Just lead us. That's what your job is right now.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I just need these goddamn fish people out of me, man. And I'll be better. I just saw what happened to John. I don't want that to happen to me.
John's got at least 12 hours on us, man. Maybe. I don't know how long he was outside.
I thought Spirit was going to take us to heal you. So
To kill me?
To
To
heal?
heal you.
Oh, heal me!
Would not be problem.
I don't understand between heal
And heal.
and heal.
That would be an embarrassing mistake. Oh, I
He's
thought
here
you said
to
heal him.
heal you.
I am actually evil
My bad.
alignment.
Well, it's a little late to fix that mistake.
I didn't know it shoot his hand off.
I didn't know you were trying to feel me.
Oh, she's trying to feel me.
I got gun.
Oh, shit. You the boss.
Cass,
Yeah.
looking through the dense trees ahead, you see a glowing green light.
Let's go to the light.
It appears that Chiban is going straight towards the glow.
All right.
In the
Wow.
air, as you get closer, you begin hearing multiple voices echoing through the trees and all around you. All of them speak in a language that sounds similar to Chiban's. And you are still the only one hearing any of the voices. Much less, you're the only one who seems to see the glow.
Okay. I think we're almost there, guys. Let's just keep following Chibi. Any idea what the voices are saying?
You would have to ask, you would have to...
Get out!
It doesn't sound quite so intimidating when you can't understand a word they're saying. Alright, the dense trees give way to a large clearing. In the center of the clearing is a tightly packed circle of tall canopy trees. The green glow is coming from the close gaps between the trees, as if something in the center of the circle of trees is glowing. Cass, as you watch Chiban stop in front of the circle, he holds up his arms like a sign of respect or praise to someone. He speaks to the trees while Giles translates to you. He's asking his elders and ancestors to come forward and as you seek their help. Again, Peter and Zia, all you see is Cass staring at a circle of trees in the virtual darkness. There is no glow any more than there has been a haunting entity this entire trip for both of your eyes. Cass, however, you see several glowing orbs coming to life within each of the trees. But they leave the trees, floating their way to the ground, and taking on a human shape as they do. By the time they've landed on the ground, they stop glowing, resembling human beings dressed in garb that's similar to Chiban's, but with additional items like robes and fur shawls. All of them look elderly and wise. Giles continues to translate as best as he can as they all speak to one another. Chiban's explaining that you've come to be healed of your infection and to heal others who have been infected like you. They're asking if you're willing to swear to help rid Chiban of his curse, and he says yes. The elders walk past and around Chiban, standing in a row in front of you. One of the oldest and wisest looking men of the bunch speaks to you. Again, Giles translates as you communicate. Chiban has led you here. You willingly come of your own free will?
I do.
Do you want to help lift Chiban's curse?
Yes.
And you will do it in exchange for our helping you with the infections?
Yes, please help my friends.
Do you swear it?
I swear it.
Do you swear you will help Chiban?
I swear I will help Chiban.
Then we will help you as you will help Chiban. The elder turns back into glowing orbs again and floats back into the trees they came from. The green glow slowly dies out like the final burst from a dying lightning bug. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, creaks and groans can be heard. The tree slowly begins to move, creating an opening that all three of you can now see through. The opening is becoming big enough that you could walk through it. There's something inside, but you'll need light sources to see it clearly.
I brought a flashlight.
Me too.
Put my helmet on.
Oh, great. We're going to scare the ancient Indian people,
I'm sure they've seen worse.
probably. They saw John earlier.
Have you ever seen what the Aztec and Inca gods look like? All three of you turning on light sources are turning on your chrome dome, as it were. You're the oddball.
Oddball.
Placing the oddball on, with that cartoon suction sound when a helmet gets put on.
Mass Crusaders!
We haven't put the filters on yet.
In the
Sorry.
center, in the center of the circle of trees is a bush. It stands about waist high. It's covered in lots of dark red leaves and what looks like milk white berries. Cass, from behind you, Cheban speaks, and Giles says, "You must eat at least a handful of the berries, you and your infected friends. You must chew them well before swallowing the pulp, but do not let the woman eat them, however. They will kill her."
Okay, Peter, you and I have to eat these berries.
Should we take some back to John? Does that work? Or is it just us? Ask him. Come on,
So
man.
do we need to take berries back to our friend in order to
I've
heal
already
him?
eaten them all. I was hungry.
He was hungry.
They look delicious. Duh.
I rolled poison little thing in Bob's save.
Russian bear eats all
I
berries.
do the
Berries
thing.
make me stupid.
Da.
So, Cheban, can I take some to my friend to be healed?
All of the berries are yours.
Okay.
But first, both of you must consume. Should consume the berries first.
All right, I'll go first since Peter looks a little worried over here.
I only eat processed foods. All right.
Everything with GMOs in it.
We need GMOs. I'm sorry. It's a scientific fact. We're going to run out of food.
Okay, I'm going to
At the
eat the
liberals.
berries.
Well, since you're braving it first, Cass, I am sorry to tell you the berries are as disgusting to eat as they look. The texture is a chalky, gritty substance, and with a watery, milky sensation as well.
It's curious.
The taste is also that of spoiled milk.
Oh,
The mere taste of it all makes you gag and feel sick.
You didn't
And
taste
trying
this.
to swallow and keep it all down presents a challenge for you, Cass.
You haven't tasted
anybody
this since
got-
that night in jail.
I brought
anybody got some beer?
I brought
need,
bottled
I
water.
will need
His
you to
puke is
attempt a
on it.
save versus poison, non-lethal.
Okay.
That's not just regular
Fucker.
puke. That's mostly blood.
Well, I'm not drinking it. They are. With their poison berries.
His blood, what?
He threw up on my water. I tried to give him water and he threw up on it.
I'm trying to pay attention. Here's drink his blood.
Crit.
Whoa! Showing that he has Arnie's evolved digestive juices that he proudly discusses. Before I realize he has to pound his sphincter to take a decent dump, so I guess you got to trade off somewhere.
I think he said it was his colon, not
Or
his
whatever.
sphincter.
Whatever it is he pounds it, alright?
He does get pounded in the sphincter, though.
He pounds it good.
I wish I wasn't such a visual individual.
I wonder what's happening back in the cabin.
Zane was having his way with his new boyfriend.
No.
Make fun of me now.
Make fun of me now, huh? Hills have eyes. Squeal, pig, squeal.
You like my stick now? Stick.
Sure do got a pretty mouth.
Squeal, piggy, piggy, piggy.
I'm going to douse my rod.
You know, next time we run into new NPCs, we're gonna have to check the local sex offender database. Clear them.
But you don't hear me commenting on any of this, because I'm PG-13.
That's the first time I've cried. We'll see how many.
Like, ever?
No,
I was like, this is a good
tonight.
moment for you.
I cry
I
once,
feel
once in
amazing.
the game.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm
You've been able to
laughing.
withhold everything, but this moment you suddenly had your first cry.
I
That's
did. I'm dead
I feel
inside.
kind of honored to be here for that. I'm not a little questioning why this is the moment of them all, but...
No, once a game, someone usually makes me cry from laughing.
Duh.
Yeah. Continue.
Berries. White, juicy berries.
It's time for Eyeball to eat berries.
Come on, Eyeball.
Cass, yeah, you feel yourself retching and lurching a few times, but you kept it all down. Probably wishing you haven't. However...
Maybe I should have eaten those at the same time, because, oh, God, I don't know if I want to eat those now. Alright, let's try them.
Sheeban says you...
Whole, like a handful? I can't just try one at a
You
time?
need to have a handful, is how we described it. It was described to you as a handful of berries.
It's like pledge night all over again. Alright.
Did you have to do some guzzling?
We don't talk about those
Pledge
days
night?
anymore.
We don't talk about rush night, so, okay, so. Is it 4?
Yeah.
Plus? Yeah.
Peter, you cough and gag and vomit uncontrollably. Bring all the berries you just ate back up.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Peter, you've
Peter.
only got a few handful of berries to work with. You can't keep doing this.
Come
Try
on.
eating
Come
some
on,
more
Peter.
again. Add a +2 bonus, though, now that you've got kind of a feel for it.
16.
There it is. Gentlemen, it takes all of the concentration you can muster, but both of you manage to keep the berries down. For a moment, you're both racked with sickness and feel like you're ready to give it all up at any moment. But then, you start to feel better. The alien sensation of little things swimming around inside you ceases, and the aches and pains with them.
Can I have my gun back now, Z?
What you think, Eyeball?
Yeah, I think he's good.
I hand him his gun. Do you want this puke water or not?
No, I don't want his puke water.
It was
I'm
like
okay.
the ethereal, oh crap, what is that called? The day after pill. Yeah.
Yeah, Plan B.
So now we got
Not that I know anything
now we
about
got
that.
hangers and Plan B pills.
As
Are
a
we
mother
trying
of
to
two,
push away the
obviously
women?
not.
Could have been a few more. No, just kidding.
Could have been mother of 16.
Oh my God.
We don't have women listeners.
It's true. Bunch of nerdy, sweaty men.
That was a PG-13 joke. It was okay for me to say that.
And my sister
that
started
one-
listening to this shit.
One listener in Sweden sitting in his armchair. He's covered in hair. He's naked and sweaty, masturbating.
We love you.
Masturbating to Kirk's sexy voice.
You know what? And if you are, send us notes saying we're doing it well. Then
Just
let us know what you like to
no
Kirk to
pictures.
say. You know,
No
we'll-
pictures,
Send
please.
those pictures privately to Kirk.
No, I think if anything, they should go to Arn.
His email address is.
Cheevan says that these berries will put the infection to sleep for a time. He says perhaps long enough to get you both back home and find your cure. He says you must take the rest of the berries now and bring them back to your friend in the pavilion, for his time grows short.
Okay, so what do you need us to help you with, Chief?
He
Just
says,
kidding. Let's take the berries back to John.
What are you talking about? Do you make some kind of deal? Who are you talking? We haven't discussed this because you've just been talking to people in the.
I see dead people.
Well, yeah, I know that, but
Excellent XP statement right here, everyone who's
Might
listening.
wanna
Okay,
tell
so
us.
I'm gonna.
Peter
We
totally
have to take
called it.
these berries back to John.
Do I say them taking
To help
all
him.
the berries?
Come on, man. He's our friend. He's a pain in the ass, but he's our friend.
Yeah, I guess. I don't have many, so I guess I should save my.
Cass, are you? I have a legitimate question.
Are
from
you?
Zia
How many
over here.
berries are you taking? Because I want to clean the bush out in case we can't get. Shut up. In case we. In case we can't get you guys unpregnant before.
Okay.
It...
Do you have something to carry the berries in?
I have a bra.
We need to protect
really?
the bra.
I don't really have anything other than that. I didn't bring my gym bag.
Well, You have my backpack.
I do have a giant helmet.
Okay. Nice, nasty milk berries.
You now have a helmet that is filled with a few handfuls of berries in them.
Who's my mechanic? What's her name?
Hannah.
I'll just have Hannah fix it when we get back. She'll clean it out, making me a new one.
Let's grab all the berries that we can.
With Cheevan leading the way, Cass is guiding both Zia and Peter back to the pavilion. And while you can't be sure, once you all are back in the trees, you swear that you can hear the circle of trees behind you moving again, as if the opening was closing back up. And as the ending sentence for this episode, the sun has now set. You will all require light sources to see through the jungle any further. With that, we're going to end the episode here. GM Steve here.
Nick.
Kirk. Arn.
Shannon.
And we'll see you all next episode.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.